All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It is another fantastic Monday morning here at Health Plan Markets. Thank you guys very much for being on the call. It is a wonderful day here. Hopefully, no rain where you're at, so we can see some fireworks tonight. So, happy 4th of July to everybody. I hope that everyone stays safe on the holiday here. As a reminder, we will be closed tomorrow for 4th of July celebration, and we'll reopen on Wednesday. So, we will not be at the office or available tomorrow. Everyone's going to be off. But if you still need my help, you're definitely more than welcome to email me. I'm going to be monitoring the emails there in case you guys have something urgent that needs help. So always available for you there. Um, as we start, though, this is training season, it's certification season, and we're getting ready for year 2024. It is off and running. So as normal, we always have to keep one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times. So let's jump into the training calendar for this week. So here it is, July 3rd week. We have cleared our Q2 and we're now in Q3 here, still in lock-in, and want to kind of gauge everybody on that and making sure that you're understanding these flows and how the companies operate and how they think too. So Q3 is all about training and getting ready for AEP, and we're going to talk about that today. But you also have to be prepared to lead generate, right? If you're not generating leads for July, August, and September, when you hit October for AEP and you don't have anything in your pipeline, it's going to be a very short season for you. Okay. So that's why I always say you got to keep one foot in the classroom with training here and the other one out in the field generating leads, right? So you got to balance both of those. So for this week, today, not much going on. We've got the UHC doing their virtual office hours. So if you have questions, you can jump there at 4 o'clock today. Tomorrow is July 4th week, July 4th itself. So we will be closed, and I'm assuming most of the companies will be closed. It does look like Humana has a training on demand. So there's a recorded training that you can jump into if you get super bored tomorrow. If your in-laws or outlaws are in town and you're barbecuing and you just don't have the stamina to keep going and you just want to train, there you go. You could do a Sens business conference on demand. You can check that out. That's tomorrow. Moving over to Wednesday, Al is going to be available virtually. So this is our virtual Al. He's like a little bot inside of a computer. Just kidding. Live person, you can chat with him. He's got his coffee at 9:30 on Wednesday. So I'd like you guys to gear these sessions as an Ask Al anything. I mean, he's your personal coach, right? You have a personal coach here at Health Plan Markets. Al is here to answer questions, help you get to the next level, even give you some ideas for lead generation, and especially how to prepare for AEP, which we're going to talk about a little bit today, because obviously we need more time, but I definitely want to touch on that today. But, check in with Al. He's got some great tips and ideas there. So that's on Wednesday at 9:30. Also on Wednesday, you've got Cigna doing their virtual office Medicare hours as well from 11 to 12. And then UHC is doing a new agent orientation. This is actually pretty new. So if you haven't written United Healthcare in a while, or you're new to United Healthcare, great training. Jump in there at noon on Wednesday. Moving over to Thursday, we've got Humana doing lead generation and sales. How about that? We've got to know how to generate leads. I will tell you something very quickly here, guys. You are never done learning about how to generate new leads. It's an infinite stream of ideas. Okay. So if you're struggling with lead generation and you need some inspiration or ideas, please invest some time into yourself and learn how to lead generate. Those that generate leads never go hungry. Okay. If you learn how to generate leads, you'll never go hungry. Okay. So they're doing a training there that's on July 6th at 11 a.m. And then also at the same time, United Healthcare is doing a building your business plan. So if you need, again, talking about preparing for AEP, this is a great time of year to take a look at your business plan and making sure that it's on point for what you want to do for this upcoming AEP. So great training there that you can jump into. Al is going to be live in person. Ask Al live, not virtual, live on Thursday at 2 o'clock. And he is going to be over in the Sanford area. So if you're in Seminole County or close by, he'll be within driving distance. He'll be in person 2 o'clock on Thursday from 2 to 3:30. Again, if you're in the Orlando market and you want to go belly to belly with Al, as he likes to say, he's going to be available for you there. Okay. Friday the 7th, we've got Humana social media and marketing strategy training. Look, the email marketing strategy. So remember, guys, this year, I think it was this year or last year, CMS took their foot off the gas and says, you know what, you can go ahead and do email marketing now, as long as you provide an opt-in, and there's a couple other guardrails there, but you can learn all about that. And we're talking about lead generation today. Learn how to do it right with social media and email marketing strategy. So I think if there's any class that you go to this week, if you have to pick one class, this would probably be it. You know, you're in third quarter, you got 90 days to produce the leads that you need for AEP. Let me repeat that. We're in Q3, you have 90 days to produce the leads that you want to sell in AEP, okay? What are you doing to produce those leads today, right? Gear your mind for that, because that's exactly where we're at right now. On top of that, you also have to take all your recertifications, so it's a balance, okay? All right, and then the last thing this week is United Healthcare's virtual office hours. They're available from 3 to 5. So that is the training for the week. One foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times, guys. Just remember that, because it is super important right now. Let me take a quick break here and say thank you, guys, all of you that took the time to do a review for Health Plan Markets. Those of you that left a review got a restaurant voucher. I really appreciate all the reviews. Really nice reviews and very insightful. I thank you all. Thank you guys for mentioning or doing your shout outs to the team here at HPM. It's really important to see the feedback, you know, that they see the feedback, not for me, but for them, because they work really hard. All of our team works really hard, and just really proud of all the reviews that you guys left. I really appreciate that. We did send out a video last week. I'm hoping John got that out there. But I'd like to say congratulations to our vacation winner that we randomly selected. The Wheel of Fortune selected Mary Blow. Congratulations to Mary for winning our contest. And it looks like this was a fun little thing, so we may do this again in the future. But she's got a free vacation on HPM. So congratulations to Mary. And thank you guys very much for these wonderful reviews. Now, this all goes full circle here, because as we build our reviews, this also puts us up at the top of search engine optimization, which should generate leads, which should help you guys out too. And when your customers say, who are you working with? And they look up Health Plan Markets and we have a 5-star rating, this also goes really well with what you're doing out in the field. So it all goes full circle. So I appreciate you guys taking, you know, a couple of minutes and doing those reviews. It really means the world to us. And obviously that's going to have an impact in all of our business as we move forward. So thank you very much for that. Okay, I am going to start a new series here in Q3 called Preparing for AEP. Preparing for AEP. And we're at a point right now, as I mentioned before, that we're at the very, very beginning of Q3. You've got about 90 days to produce leads. But you also need to be organized. This is your time to get everything geared up and in the right place. And we made a decision last year. We're at our full year anniversary with our partnership with Spark. And so if you're unfamiliar, Spark is a national marketing organization that covers all 50 states. And we have certain contract alignments with them as well. But they provide us with a full spectrum Medicare focused CRM system. And CRM system in our world no longer means customer relationship management. CRM in our world means client retention machine, okay? So just want to keep that in the back of your mind as you're going out there and growing your business. But this is your Spark platform. I want to show you guys a couple of features here to help you prepare for AEP. Okay. They've moved some things around. If you haven't been in here in a while, you're going to notice that this already looks a little bit different. And so when you log into your homepage, you're going to see your production year over year. You can see exactly what you've been doing year over year. So this is a really nice little thing to see your growth. But they also have a lead system, lead management system in your CRM system. So I want to show you that today, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how that works. And but first and foremost, as we're going through this prepare for AEP series here, there's some basics that I want to make sure that everybody's got down properly. Okay. So the first part of this is setting your account up to make it look and function the way that you need it to function. Okay. So the way to do that is you're going to go down to the very bottom here and you're going to see a little button that says My Account. There's a little guy there. And you click My Account and it'll take you to your My Account page here and you'll have your contracting information, commission information, which you guys don't have to worry about. You guys are paid direct. So you don't have to worry about that. But on the agent details here on the right-hand side, they've added a couple of new features. So it obviously has your name, phone number, email address, agency name, agency address, and then your website. They've added the scheduling URL and a LinkedIn profile URL. And so you can change these features by clicking this purple button that says Edit Agent Details. So when you click that button, you can go ahead and fix that up. One thing that I don't see a lot of agents using that I think would be a really big jump is a scheduling URL. So we use Motion here at Healthline Markets. There's a cost to it. So I don't know if that necessarily works for you. However, Calendly is a free calendar scheduling software. And what you do is you sync up your calendar, you tell them what days and times you're willing to take appointments, and it automatically creates a landing page for your members to click and find time on your calendar and automatically book themselves. So no more, are you available Tuesday? No, I'm available Wednesday. Well, I'm not available Wednesday. How about Thursday? Okay, Thursday works. Can you do the morning? No. Can you do the afternoon? Yes, but between 2 and 4. None of that is necessary anymore in our world. If you have a scheduling app, you can simply send them a link. You can connect it to your emails. You can put it on your Spark page, which I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like here, because you guys have a Spark page. You guys have a website that you can market. Okay, and this is all going into that social media marketing and everything like that, right? But make sure that you have this thing set up. If you don't have a scheduling URL, I highly recommend that you find a solution for that. You can always lean into us, let us know, ask us, what we can do to help there. So also just make sure that all your information is there and you're good to go. Okay. So make sure that's set up. Now the second part that they've changed is they've added a new feature on the little guide here on the left called marketing. So when you click marketing, this is going to give you the opportunity to create your own brand and collateral in the colors that you want. Okay, so here you're going to be able to add your picture, your phone number. I've got the logo for HPM, and this year I'm using an accent color. We use purple in our accent colors, but you can edit those as well. I've got my bio up here, so I've edited that. So, before you prepare for AEP, this is a great place to start. Review your bio. Is there anything else you want to add to it? If you have a new photo, go ahead and upload that photo there. If you're going to use some different colors just to differentiate year over year, that's what I like doing. So purple is always going to be AEP 24. So that's there. But then you've got your own website. Okay, so here under marketing, you see your photo and bio here, and right underneath there's a little link that says View My Website. So when you click that, we've built you a customized website. Okay, you can use this, and here's that scheduling link. Now, right now, this is taking you to a consent to contact. So if a member clicks that, they can fill out that information, and you now have a consent to contact. The source here, which we're going to talk about in a minute, is the Spark landing page, so you know that came from this particular landing page that I just showed you. Okay, so you have that available to you. It's got your picture on it, the bio. These are all the states that we're currently in, and then it kind of explains the Spark team and what they do to help seniors with customer service. Okay, so that's all hooked up and ready for you. Okay, so there's your marketing. We talked about setting up your account, setting up your marketing, making sure the website's good. You do have a marketing center. Now the marketing center is a little wonky, so we do recommend that you come through us. Casey, we have somebody that's been learning their marketing center, because the marketing center is kind of difficult to work, but we're happy to help you with that. Okay, so if you need a flyer, postcard, pull-up banner, whatever it is that you think you might need, we're happy to help you on all of that. Okay, so there it is. All right, so make sure that you've got the basics hooked up. You've got everything set up here as you're preparing for AEP. This literally took me like 10 minutes. It doesn't take long to do, and you have your collateral and your brand there. Now there's another link here. If you click onto the right, and this is your client retention and prospecting programs. We're going to talk about that this morning. But I'm going to pause there really quickly because we have a couple of questions here. Marissa is asking, does it work with Google Calendar? And I'm assuming the scheduling feature, yes. I know Calendly works with Google Calendar. Most scheduling softwares that you can find online work with Google Calendar. They're just kind of like behemoth of a calendar system. So if they don't work with Google Calendar, that would be kind of crazy. So yeah, I think you'd be hard pressed to find anything that does not work with Google Calendar. So whatever makes sense for you. There's a couple different scheduling features in there. If you Google like client appointment scheduling or something like that, you can find different services. I know Calendly has a free version. I don't know the details of it, but it's free. So you just go out there, set up a calendar, and then if you've got somebody that's interested in booking an appointment with you, you send them the link and they book it themselves. So you can adjust it however you want. Okay, so if you don't work on Mondays because that's your admin day, you could block off Mondays and nobody's going to book an appointment on Monday. So there it is. Nick is asking, how much time do they give the agents to conduct the meeting and travel to the next location? That's so again, talking about scheduling, that really all depends on how you set it up. So you can actually set up, I know my appointments usually take 45 minutes, but I always leave a buffer. So I'll block off an hour, and then maybe I can put in a buffer for another half an hour to get me to where I need to go. So there I've got like a 45-minute buffer to get to the next appointment after after that last presentation there. It's going to be some trial and error because I know some of you talk faster than I do, and some of you talk slower than I do. So it really all depends on, finding your flow. So it's going to be a little bit of trial and error on scheduling out and creating your scheduling calendar. I will tell you that, this is the perfect time to do this because this is Q3, you're preparing for AEP, you can work out the kinks, and then when October hits, you're on fire. You're just boom, 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 boom. You can create a QR code to schedule an appointment with you. So you can leave flyers everywhere. You can leave it at the doctor's office. So somebody could walk in and scan the QR code and it takes you right to your calendar where they can pick a time to meet with you. So all of these features are phenomenal for time management. Okay. So really think about that as you're building out your AEP plan here. Gail's asking, are these the actual people that will contact our clients, or could there be other names? Oh, yes, on the landing page. Yeah, these aren't all of the exact people that will be contacting them, but some of them are. I mean, they're all working for Spark, but it could be a number of different people. I think they're now gauging it per region and language as well. So sometimes I could tell you that bilingual agents are getting some support from navigators in Texas, Florida, California. So it's coming from all over. But this is just an example to say, hey, here's some of the navigators, because I think they have like 30 or 40 now. So, the team has grown pretty big as far as the navigators go. So just an example, really. I wouldn't say that those are your exact people, but I would say these are some of the folks that work with me, in case you're asked. It's a great question. Sergio's adding, can we use the link on our social media? Absolutely. All of these links you can copy and paste and use on social media. Just remember that, if you're mentioning benefits, you're getting into compliance. You're getting into the compliance zone. So you're going to want to reach out to Al about any compliance issues that you might have or think about. If you're unsure of what to post, reach out to us, and we're happy to guide you on some ideas on what you can post. Okay. So going back there, so now we've got our account set up, we've got our marketing set up, we know what our website looks like, and now we're ready to go. So the first stop that I would look at is I want to show you guys again how to create a lead source so you can manage your lead sources properly. Okay, so on the left-hand side from your homepage, you're going to see sources. I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a specific source for lead generation. So in this example, let's say that we have a new doctor's office and you bumped into that doctor and you really like this doctor and he says, hey, I think I can help you. I've got, I do Medicare, and how do I get the clients over to you? So let's create a lead source for Dr. Street. So we bumped into Dr. Street. We're gonna click Add Source. The default language is going to be in English for me, but you can switch it over to Spanish. But this lead source, we're going to put Dr. Street, and it's just his office or whatever it is. So I click Add Source. It's going to go in alphabetical order, so I know I put Dr. Street. Up there he is, right there. It's Dr. Street office. And when I click this, it's going to show me how many leads I got from Dr. Street's office. Okay, right now this is a brand new lead source, so it's not going to show me any leads right now, right? But I can see my full spectrum in my pipeline, what's going on with my clients and prospects here. I can see I've got 2 people turning 65. I've got some pending eligibility here. So you can actually quickly click these and go down a rabbit hole if you want to. But just for this example, let me go back here. So we've got Dr. Street. Now, what can I do with this lead source? Well, the first thing you want to do is make sure that Dr. Street has this link. Okay, so you're going to click copy URL, and you can send it over to him in an email or a text. But this is Dr. Street's consent to contact that he is going to run for you. So Dr. Street has a member that comes in, or a patient that comes into the office. They're brand new. Hey, I just moved here. My neighbor told me that you're a great doctor. Can I sign up for you? And then Dr. Street says, yeah, what do you got? And, oh, I have Medicare, but I just moved here, and so I have to change my plan. Great. I work with an agent that can help you with that. Let me go ahead and do I have your permission to have him contact you? And so Dr. Street can give this member the link, or he can fill it out on behalf of the member as long as he has permission and they read this statement here. Okay, so this is a CMS compliant consent to contact, and you'll see it has all the disclaimers on the bottom here. So we're good to go. And you'll also notice on the bottom that the source is Dr. Street. So forever and ever, that member that goes through this form will always be tied to Dr. Street. That's how you met that member. Okay, so they'll fill out their information here. They can quickly flip it over to Spanish. So the member controls that. Okay, pretty easy. And you can go ahead and fill out that information. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like here. So I'm just going to put testing, and zip code is 32801. And you can see it automatically found that it was in Orange County, Florida. And you can put it their phone number or email. Let's just do 407-867-5309. I love that phone number. All right, and then I agree with the terms. They click submit. And you'll notice that the consent to contact is using those branding colors that I set up in the beginning. And it says that, hey, this person is going to call you, okay? So that's on the client side and the doctor side, so you've connected that. And now I'm going to refresh this page. And you're going to notice that I have a ding right here on the top right corner. So I look there and it says testing, completed a permission to contact form. So right away I got a lead. I've also got it set up in my settings here on my preferences that we talked about before, that I can get a text message as well. So that way I can call that person right away. And so we've already got a lead, okay? And so now we know that Dr. Street's office has sent over a lead, and it's somewhere in here. There it is. So we've got Dr. Street. I've already got a test going, and I've connected him. That's the contact stage that lead is working right now. Okay. So again, you can keep track of all of your leads up top here. There's trainings on all of this too. So we're going to go through that another day, or if you need more information on this, we're glad to guide you on this. This is just a very high level to make sure that you guys understand how this works. The other thing that I wanted to point out too is going back here, for Dr. Street, you actually can create a QR code. So if you wanted to create a flyer for Dr. Street, we now have assets that Dr. Street can use, flyers, postcards, that you can put his QR code on there, and you know that whatever happens, that QR code will scan back to that same consent to contact that I just shared. Okay, so they're all unique, and you saw how quickly I created all of that. Okay, very, very easy and simple to do. I can change the name of it if I needed to go back in there and edit that. Okay, so these lead sources are essential. I highly recommend creating them before any event that you're doing. So for instance, let's say you're doing a church food drive, go ahead and mark the date on that, or where you're doing that church food drive, because you want to link back to the leads and how that's actually working for you. Because if you're going to these events and they're not working, you got to know that, right? So, so there it is. So we talked about the My Account, setting that up. Again, on My Account, you can set up your preferences. So if you want text messaging, you go over to Edit Communication Preferences, and you can set up your text messaging and email for leads or whatever it is that you want. So you can do that too. We talked about setting up your marketing. We talked about your sources. Now, I want to talk about the sequence of things that are happening here behind the scenes, okay? So the first part of this is the client retention program, okay? So Spark has an entire system here that is available to you to use immediately. Okay, so I'm going to read this flyer here because I want to make sure this is, again, super high level. If you're not set up with Spark, please reach out to us and we're happy to get you rolling. So improve your client retention without lifting a finger. We'll send emails and postcards in your brand to your clients throughout the year. Once you opt in, all your clients will automatically receive the following engagements. The first of each month, new plan enrollments. The beginning of a new policy is crucial for retaining new clients to your book of business. We'll send a postcard and 2 emails over the course of the first month of their coverage to confirm that they have their summary of benefits and ID card. So that 10, 30, 60, 90 days is already working for you. Okay, your member's going to get a physical postcard and they're going to get a couple of emails. Okay, the client newsletter on the 15th of each month. The Spark team curates lifestyle newsletters that will be emailed to your clients on your behalf and are a great way to stay top of mind and provide value for your clients. So things like puzzles and articles and coupons, and it has your name, your picture, your phone number, and it comes from your email address, okay? So it's amazing. And that's sent out automatically. So remember, you got to opt in on all these. If you're not sure if you've opted in, please reach out to a team member and we'll be glad to check on that for you. And then here's what's really going to matter to you. In early September, this is Q3, early September, your AEP campaign goes out. Now, those of you that have been with us prior to Spark know that we were manually sending out books of business. It was very touch and go. It's a lot of work to do on the team. So we have outsourced that responsibility to Spark. So if you want postcards to go out to your members, reminding them about AEP, this is now through Spark. So you have to have a Spark account in order for you to get your postcards mailed out. Okay, so we'll route a survey campaign to all of your enrolled clients. We invite clients to complete an AEP survey so they can share any updates to their health profile in advance of AEP. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a moment because I get a lot of questions on that. Okay, And then birthday cards. So this one is at cost. There is a cost to you for birthday cards. You can opt in or opt out at any time. But the birthday cards are sent 2 weeks before your client's birthday. A handwritten birthday card will be sent to your clients. Cards are $2.50 each and are billed quarterly. Okay. So if you have 100 cards, 100 clients, 100 cards is $250. Okay. So that is the only cost that is necessary for Spark. So Steve is asking, is there any cost for any of this? No, there's no cost to anything that I covered today. The only thing that there is a cost to is the birthday cards themselves. But again, you don't have to do this. If you have a small book of business, if you only have like 20, 30, 40, 50 members, it might not make sense for you to sign up for this right now. Or maybe it does, you know, because this is a great $2.50 spent not having to remember to send out birthday cards. For me, that's worth its weight in gold. Gail's saying, hey, birthday card program is awesome. Absolutely. I agree. I get phone calls. I even got I even got a card back from somebody saying thank you for my birthday card. And it's kind of crazy, but it's a really great program. So I do want to, before we end the call, I do want to go through the AEP campaign just really quickly on what you should expect. And here's what that looks like. Let me close this one. Here's what that looks like. So the AEP campaign, these are the examples of what they've done in the past. This design may change, but here's the general idea. Okay, so remember in early September, your cards are going out. It's going to say, hi, Justin, it's, you know, Gail checking in on how happy you are with your health plan. I'd love to get your thoughts here. Scan me. And so I would scan this QR code and it would take me to a form that has Gail's name, my agent, Gail's name and information on there. And I'd have to sign in with my date of birth. Okay. If I don't have my date of birth, it's going to ask me a couple other questions to ensure that, you know, this is protected. When I go into there, it's going to ask me a series of questions. And the first question that it's going to ask you is, are you happy with your plan? And if the member indicates that they are unhappy with their plan, then it's going to flag that and send a report at the end of the mailing campaign to you in an email that says you had 19 members say they were unhappy with their plan. Please call these 19 people first. Okay. So now you don't have to dig through how many people do I actually need to change an AEP. I already know right out of the gate, I got 19 people that indicated they absolutely need to change their plan. Okay. So you're going to talk to those people first. All other people will still go through this pipeline where I'm going to update my medications. I'm going to update my doctors. Maybe I moved. Maybe I never gave you my email address and now I gave it to you. And then at the end of the survey, it updates your CRM system automatically. Okay. This is live. It's all tied together. Okay. So it goes right back to the homepage there. And all of your clients are automatically updating their own profiles in your CRM system as you go forward. So it's an incredible AEP campaign and program. I highly recommend that you guys use this. Remember, this is a client retention machine. You got to set this up in case you're worried about retention. And you should be, because this is how you make your money, right? So that's it. If you guys need any other questions answered about the client retention program, the AEP campaigns that are going to be rolling out, I'm hoping that this has been really helpful for you to kind of gauge and ensure that you're prepared for AEP. So this is part one. We're going to talk a little bit more about what else you can do to get yourself ready for AEP. And the main thing is get your certifications done, right? So AHIP was launched 2 weeks ago. You can now go out there and get your AHIP. The discount links are out there as well. So go out there and get that done. Remember, guys, if you need any help at all, you can call us 844-696-3975, or you can email us at support@askhpm.com. Thank you, John, for posting that in the chat. Please make sure that's for everything. I don't want you guys to wonder, oh, do I send this to Justin, or do I send this to Sergio, or do I send this to Jessica? Just send it to support@askhpm.com and we'll triage it and making sure that it goes where it needs to go. Okay. All right. Very excited about this morning. And I know I went a little over time, so I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. Again, happy 4th of July. Please stay safe out there and have a wonderful, wonderful week. All right. Take care.